we've got lots to pack into the show. We still want to hear your views, your tweets. Please call us. We could get you in now in the next 17 minutes up to midnight. But right now, we're going to listen to Tyson Fury, who I caught up with in his training camp in Belgium yesterday.
We've had various different sparring partners. Yeah. We've got Eddie Chambers here as well. Yeah. You know, we've got a light heavyweight / cruiserweight kid here from Derby who's very good. Irfan Iqbal is very similar to Hayes style, very fast and explosive, jumps in with power shots. And you know, it's all preparing me very, very nicely for the night.
You had Dillian White as well, didn't you?
I had Dillian White over here for about 3 or 4 weeks at the beginning. Michael Sprott. You know, it was all very good sparring.
It's very clear the way you talk about David. You don't dislike him as a person, but you've demarked the fact this athlete, this fighter, is not getting past you. No. There's no nastiness towards him as a man. No. It's simply, this is a body in the way. This is the way he fights. These are the things he says. I've analysed him. You spent a lot of time analysing him, I can see.
Definitely, you know. Like you're saying there, you're 100% bang on right. This is nothing personal between me and David Hay. You know, I've got nothing against the guy. I don't even know the fella. You know, I don't know him to say hi to or send him a message. I don't know the guy. I don't particularly want to get to know him. From what I've heard, he's not the particularly nice fella in the world, you know. Not many people have nice things to say about him. But then again, fame and fortune can change men, some men, you know. But like all I see this is, it's a business move that I've had to make. I've grabbed hold of it with both hands. The way I'm looking at it, David A is stopping me from feeding my family. And when you put things in perspective like that, then he's going to have to be very tough, and he's going to have to be very good to take that food out of my family's mouth. And our futures. This is not just a sport where, okay, we're going to win or lose and play next week 3 times in the Premier Division. This isn't football. This is one loss and it's game over type of thing. You've got to go back to the back of the queue. And I'm not...
You've got to win 10 times in a row to earn what Gareth Bale's won at the very top level.
Exactly.
Haven't you? You know? To earn 100 million euros, you've got to beat the Klitschko's 4 times in a row.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, you've got to do something very big.
And you only have a bad day at the office.
Yeah, and everyone has bad days. Yeah. You know, and with footballers, they have a bad day at the office and they can pass the ball around and they don't have to be the man of the match every time. In boxing, you have to be the man of the match every single time. You have an off night and you manage to still win. You're being slagged up and down and people call your names and whatever, so you've got to be A game every time, and it's hard to hold that A game, but, you know...
But you love it though, don't you? You're made that way. We see that when we see that alter ego in you sometimes. You know, when you go off on one. I mean, it's quite fun. I don't mean it in a rude way. It's quite funny, but it's you going, no, I'm beasting here. I'm beasting. Like when you do the camera sometimes. I know, because we all have our moments like that. You mean it, but it's you being funny at the same time as being yourself and just beasting a little bit.
Yeah.
And but it's genuine, isn't it?
It is. You know, when I'm in boxing, I'm in it to give it everything I've got. I don't play 50%. Like I said, it's all or nothing at everything. And especially, I've got... everything's on the line. Me pride, everything's on the line every time. And it means that much to me, to win. It means more than anything on the night, you know what I mean? It means more than any money, anything could ever buy, any presents, anything. It means more to me that night, winning, than anything in life could ever. You know, I wouldn't lose for any amount of money or anything. I want to win. Because I'm a winner, and that's what I do.
Can mental strength and self-belief get Tyson Fury? He was very impressive yesterday, I must say, Barry, through this fight against this guy, David Hay, who has fought at a superior level for quite a long time. This is the biggest fight of Tyson Fury's life. You know,
it's interesting. Obviously, I watched the body language, and I talked about it when we spoke to David here the last time, and I listened to what Tyson's a very confident guy, but he seems slightly spooked, if you ask me. He seems slightly spooked, and I think the realisation as the fight gets closer that he's maybe bitten off more than he can chew. I just don't think he's developed enough as a fighter yet to take this fight now. I think that's the issue. I think he has fought at a higher level. He's more explosive. He's faster. He's more versatile. And he can hit harder than Tyson, much harder and faster. And I think he wins a fight early. There is this opinion that if he gets beyond the 6th round, he'll run out of puff and all that sort of stuff. If you look at the way he beat up, Derek Chisora, and he stayed powerful, he stayed strong the whole way through that fight, and his punch.
He was down early as well, remember?
Yeah, and he was punching, tremendously hard from the start to the finish, and I think that's the big issue for Tyson. I don't.
Hay, you mean you're saying?
I'm talking about Hay,
yes.
and I'm talking about Hay, and when he fought Derek Chisora, I think the difference is that. Tyson he's too much of a fighter. He's a natural fighter.
He doesn't control his intensity like Hay can do, does he? And Hay fights in intense bursts, doesn't he?
He fights in bursts, but the power that he delivers, because he delivers such amazing power, he can't do that. He's not a quantity thrower. He's a quality puncher.
And he delivers when Hay attacks. He attacks with everything, and with the speed is a factor in this one as well, isn't it, Barry?
And he hits the body, hits the head very well. He's very intelligent, unless Tyson gets on his bike, keeps his hands up, and I don't think his nature will allow him to do that. I think he's a natural fighter himself. I think it's going to be a tremendous battle, and
it really will be. And there's huge interest,
absolutely massive interest, and I think it'll break all the records over here.